Hi everybody, this is the Shot Clock. He's Greg, Mark, and let's start the clock. So, Greg, if it were up to me, I wouldn't read another story about the Ball family. I wouldn't care about the Ball family at all. To me, they're like famous for reasons I don't know. Why are they famous? But, and you raised a really good point, which I agree with, which is that the Ball kids going and playing in Europe is actually potentially a really good idea for sports.
Two younger sons signed with a pro team in Lithuania, right? If you have any criticism of the Balls, it might be that they come across as entitled because you're seeing so much of them that we can't really remember, maybe except for like LeBron James, a high school player getting this much attention. And then we've got this big bombastic dad who kind of just says gruff things. He comes across like a guy from another time who just kind of came over, and he gets on everybody's nerves, right? You could end up with entitled kids, but you know what can help push back against that is overseas travel and understanding that the world is bigger than the space that you occupy. You're from Southern California, everybody pays attention to you. Well, guess what? Now you're in Lithuania. You're playing against grown men who don't care that your dad's famous, that you're so-called famous. You're playing against people in a different place that you can understand that they live differently, right? And I think that this is going to be a really good thing. Aside from that, it gets you outside of the traditional system of going pro. You can go from Europe or overseas ball to the NBA just as well as you can to go from a big school to the NBA. We've seen it with Emmanuel Mudiay. We've seen it with Brandon Jennings. It can be a good system.
And we're out of time on the Shot Clock, but someday we should talk more about that. This could be the crack that opens the door to a whole nother way of making that connection to get to professional sports that doesn't require the NCAA necessarily.
I agree 100%.
As I said, we're out of time on the Shot Clock. Have a great day, everybody.